Cable thief get arrested. 724 residents murdered since January 1st. Prime Minister going after criminals in wake of massacre in Clarendon. This is Undiluted News. Mikey Bones reporting. According to the latest crime statistics, 14 people have been killed since Sunday. The country has recorded 724 murders since January, but this is 17% less than the number of homicides recorded over the same period last year. 14 of the 19 police divisions are showing a decline in murders and shootings as the police high command ramps up its anti-crime crackdown targeting gangs and criminal network. Despite a 35% reduction in murders overall, St. James is the police division with the highest number of murders at 84, followed by Westmoreland with 63, St. Andrew South 58, St. Catherine South with 56, and St. Catherine North with 52. 27 children have been killed so far this year, 23 boys and 4 girls. Meanwhile, the security forces have seized 500 illegal guns and 7,565 rounds of ammunition since January. 100 persons have been killed by the security forces since the start of the year. Prime Minister Andrew Holness has revealed that a list of 31 names of known criminals have been submitted to U.S. law enforcement officials as part of bilateral efforts to eradicate transnational organized crime. That update comes as the Prime Minister indicated on Monday that people behind bars and outside of Jamaica's borders were directly responsible for Sunday night's terror attack in Clarendon, in which 8 people were fatally shot and 12 others wounded. In light of the external assistance, Mr. Holness expressed confidence that the authorities will be successful in their bid to nab violence producers. The Prime Minister has stated that the island's nearly 200 gangs are a result of security measures being abandoned. He added that as a result of such operations, there are currently 185 active gangs, down from 400, and that the creation of these increased security measures, including state of emergencies, was intended to dismantle criminal organizations. Prior to calling Monday's event an assault on gangs, Mr. Holness disclosed that a number of gangs, some of which have members residing abroad and others of which are incarcerated, were responsible for the horror that occurred on Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon on Sunday night and resulted in 8 fatalities and 12 injuries. 2 men who were arrested at Cherry Tree Lane in Clarendon on Monday following the seizure of an illegal firearm have now been charged. They are 24-year-old Devonte Jackson, a construction worker of Cherry Tree Lane, and 22-year-old Rick Edwards, a farmer of Lawson Boulevard in Fort Patts. They are charged with being in possession of a prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. The men were detained as police team patrolled the community in the aftermath of a mass shooting in which the 8 people were killed. The Maypen police said that about 10:30 a.m. a team of police officers observed 2 motorcyclists entering the community. These were stopped and one of the men ran. A chase ensued and the lawmen caught Jackson. The police said a black and gray crossbody bag was retrieved from Jackson and a black Taurus 9mm pistol and a magazine with 12 rounds found inside the bag. Jackson reportedly told the police that the bag was given to him by Edwards, who denied the claim, and both men were subsequently arrested and charged. The police high command has now issued a warning to criminal masterminds that they will be targeted as the police launch an all-out assault on criminal gangs. The warning follows Sunday's attack in Cherry Tree Lane in Fort Patts, Clarendon. Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey said the police have already dismantled several active gangs across the island. And asked whether the police have the tools to accomplish this, DCP Bailey insisted that the police is already on a path of dismantling the gangs, adding that we're going to reverse it to the point where people become afraid of even being associated with a gang. And in connection with the attempted theft of hundreds of meters worth of flow communications cables in Mandeville, the Manchester police have now arrested a man on Tuesday morning. Around 4 o'clock, according to police, they stopped a truck that was pulling cables up from underneath Hargraves Avenue. 5 of the men who were part of the operation fled the area. The truck that the police confiscated is registered to an address for someone in Old Harbor in St. Catherine, and the extent to which the vandalism may have impacted flow customers is still unknown. Meanwhile, a bag containing 16 9mm rounds and 3.5.56 rounds was reported discovered in a black scandal bag attached to a perimeter fence at a residence in Bull Bay in St. Thomas yesterday. According to information received from the Jamaica Constabulary Force Communications Unit, lawmen attached to the Specialized Operations Branch were conducting an operation in Middle Heights in Bull Bay. The police said intelligence led them to the home of a man in the community known only as Blacks, where the ammunition was found. Blacks was reportedly not at home at the time of the operation, so no arrest has been made in relation to that seizure. But an investigation into the matter is still ongoing. On to sports, the West Indies and South Africa will meet tomorrow in the second of two test matches in Barbados. The first test ended in a tame draw after rain, all but determined no winner. Meantime, on football, leaders Progressive, Duncans United, and 12th Street Football Club of Westmoreland scored wins as the return rounds of the Jamaica Football Federation Championship playoff got underway on Saturday. But Boys Town of Kingston and St. Andrew Football Association tasted defeat for the first time. Progressive FC in Group B as well as Duncans and 12th Street in Group D scored repeat wins to increase their margins in their respective group, but Spanish Town Police avenged their first round loss to Boys Town and took over the lead in Group A. And after losing their opening game 3-1 at home at Spanish Town Prison Oval, Spanish Town Police returned the favor with a 3-0 beating of Boys Town at Coliseum Drive on Saturday. The win was the second in a row for Spanish Town Police, who moved past Boys Town to the top of the points table with 6 points, 2 more than the CASAFA champions. In the other game, Progressive FC, who had won their first round game 1-0, beat Exchange 3-1 at Drax Hall. Renard Cunningham had a hat-trick for Duncans as they beat Granville United 3-1 in a game that saw 3 goals coming in the final 19 minutes of the game as they lead on goal difference over 12th Street. Both Duncans and 12th Street are now tied on 10 points from 3 wins and a draw, while at Watson Taylor Park, Michael Carr scored twice for 12th Street, taking his tally to 5 goals as they beat Lucy United 2-0. And after a goalless first half, Carr, the competition's leading scorer, gave the Westmoreland team the lead in the 49th minute before adding a second goal in the 85th minute. And if you ever miss the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamerican Undiluted news, and listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. That's news and sports. My name is Mikey Bones. I gone.